Hey everyone, this podcast is coming to you from the Psychic Dolphin Garage. You can support this show and our larger efforts to build a leftist community through podcasting over at patreon.com/Psychic Dolphin Garage. That's patreon.com/PSYCHICDOLPHIN Garage, which is spelled like it sounds. There's this amazing Thai food place by my job, and every time I go in, they're like, oh, well, like, how spicy do you want it? And I'm like, pretty spicy. I like that. And then they're like, are you sure? I'm like, yeah, absolutely. And every time, without fail, I really bit off way more than I can chew.
You have like 3 bites, and then it's like, all right, well, this goes back in the fridge until next week.
When somebody at a restaurant asks me, like, are you sure, in reference to my spice level, I get straight up indignant.
Oh, yeah, no, that's some...
They bring it out, I shovel it all into my mouth, I, like, push my water to the other end of the table. I'm a
that is
show-off.
some total, like, bad late 90s, like, are you ready for this kind of fucking marketing? It's like, of course I'm fucking ready for this. I'm going to fucking suffer.
See, the Thai places that are by me, whenever they say, are you sure? I look at them, I'm like, maybe I'll go with the medium. And the medium is always fine. I've always discovered that, like, all the Asian restaurants we eat at, we go to Chinatown here in Houston, like, I listen to those people. When I go to, like, a bayou place and I get like, oh yeah, can I get the extra hot, the extra spicy crawfish? They're like, are you sure? I'm like, yes, just please bring me the extra spicy crawfish. And then you start eating it, you're like, these aren't even spicy. Like, what are you doing?
How do you make seafood too spicy? There's not that much to it. It's like the lightest protein in the world. You could spice that shit. You could just eat straight spice out of a bag. It would be the same as eating like spicy seafood. You're at that point, it's just like directly on the tongue. Like you just overload yourself right away. It's like, well, I have a tolerance now.
Yeah. Well, I grew up around a bunch of Cajun people, and my girlfriend's parents are Cajun, and they make like spicy Cajun food.
Yeah.
But it's a different kind of spicy than than Indian or Thai food. So.
Yeah.
Well, all the different peppers have like a little bit of a different feel to them. Like I can't handle a lot of habanero the way I can handle like tons of like, really strong jalapeno or something, or even like wasabi. I have like an endless wasabi and horseradish tolerance.
Yeah.
But habanero just knocks me on my fucking ass.
My favorite thing is we go to this Korean bar. It's called like Soju Bar, and we order soju, and they have these.
I don't think you're supposed to say that anymore, but okay.
Yeah, well. So they have these hot wings, and the hot wings are amazing, but they are so spicy I can barely eat them, and they wreck my entire stomach. It is.
See, that's the caveat I want to start putting on like spiciness levels, okay? Because like it's one thing to be able to handle a certain level of spice. Like you have to have your entire body be able to handle it, though. Like one end to the other.
They've got like separate spice scales for like, okay, this is mouth spicy, this is ass spicy.
Well, like I want to know, be like, okay, well, what's the maximum like spice that you can have that won't wreck your insides and liquefy?
Right. Well, it's like weed, right? Like different strains do different things, right? So I walk in and the bud tender, but for like spicy peppers and stuff, is like, so what's your issue? And I'm like, well, I love spicy food. My ass can really handle it. My mouth can really handle it, but I have GERD. Can you help me out with that?
This is a vinegar-based spice, and this will really help you.
Oh my God.
This is amazing.
I've been doing the spice tincture twice a week, and my GERD is gone.
Psychic Dolphin Garage.
Hey everyone, I'm Kelton.
I'm Zach.
And I'm Bo.
And welcome to another episode of Psychic Dolphin Garage. This week we have JP from BP Bloodus joining us in the garage. How's it going?
Pretty good. I'm like totally gorged on Indian food. I'm on my 3rd beer, feeling that special kind of mishmash of complex emotions that make me feel like I want a podcast. So you guys caught me at a good time.
Beautiful.
the Venn diagram of being full and being slightly depressed, but also feeling motivated. That's the podcasting circle.
That's
exactly the position.
Yeah, just a sprinkle of horniness over the top.
Oh yeah, none of us have pants on, right? I want to clarify that before we get full into the recording. You can cut this out, of course, but.
Yeah. I never wear pants while I record unless I'm actually in the
Hell
room
yeah,
with
on that
other
news
people,
anchor
which
shit,
is
yeah.
So rare for me. Yeah, do you think news anchors really don't wear pants? Because I know
Bill
I
O'Reilly
wouldn't
definitely
if
did.
I was a news anchor.
And I mean, he sucks for other reasons too, but
Yeah, he just kept shitting them too much. His producer was like, "Pants gotta
that's why
go,
all the
Bill."
TPUSA kids wear diapers these days. They learn.
That's why they're called TPUSA because they spend all their time wiping O'Reilly's ass.
Put me on Air America. I promise. This kind of content available all the time.
Yeah, catch me doing a Type 5 on Kimmel next week.
Yeah, this has been definitely one of the more scatterbrain weeks, I think, over anything. So, I don't know what y'all's personal lives have been like over the past 7 days, but, man, just trying to chase, it feels like chasing the dragon, trying to figure out, well, what exactly is the biggest news story to take
more like
place?
chasing the dragon because Pete Buttigieg, I'm still on Bill O'Reilly. Pete Buttigieg fucking sucks. No,
You mean child of person of color? Pete
yeah,
Buttigieg,
yeah, notorious, yeah.
P-O-C, if you will.
No, fucking. So you ask how our weeks went. I remember there was a distinct point, I think Tuesday or something, where I was sitting in my car after work just staring into my fucking phone like, this fucking High Hopes song sucks ass. And it's all people are going to talk about for the next 3 days. Also, people have floated the idea that, hey, your employer should, fucking reimburse you for time spent, fucking commuting, right? They should also reimburse you for time spent recovering emotionally after just fucking doing a full work day. And as soon as you look at your phone, it's like, oh yeah, this is the fucking thing that's going on. This is the world. Cool.
I personally think that when you sign up for a job and they hire you and they tell you your hourly rate, that's just what you should be paid every hour of
absolutely.
every day, all the time, whether you're at work or not. And then there's still a 25-hour limit.
God, that shit sounds beautiful.
Well, careful, because, there's going to be, some, tech bro freak that's going to be like, I absolutely agree. That's why you will spend 25 hours a week doing everything out and about in the real world, and all the rest of the time you get into this cryopod where you'll be resting.
As long as it's got a screen on the inside and I can fucking, watch YouTube or something. That's basically what I do when I'm not at work anyway.
Well, if you want to stare at something else on your phone, I suppose you can go ahead and check out our Discord. You can come and hang out with us there. There's always fun shit occurring. You can find the link to it in our show notes.
Occurring.
I don't know.
What's that funny?
I don't.
Yeah, I think your co-hosts are right to criticize you for your use of the passive voice. Some real
There's
red
a
ink on your paper.
podcaster
See me
involved
after class.
occurrence.
Have to be careful.
There is always some fun shit that
have-
been happening in the
Get him some
Discord.
fucking slack.
The Discord is a gate to the future past, and you can predict both of those things by being there. Become an oracle.
So get in Discord. You know what Discord is. It's good.
We also continue the same conversation 3 days prior, and I'm supposed to act like that's still something current. So
Yeah, no, it's like fucking how people would communicate by letters back in the day. Letters.
but if you guys do want to write us letters, I suppose you could write it in the form of a review. We're doing a quest to get to 100, not iTunes, Apple Podcast reviews. I guess, right, Zach? Did I read that correctly?
Or Google Podcasts, or Podbean Podcasts.
Just tell
Wherever
a
you
friend,
listen to the
honestly.
podcast, you should leave us a review there on that app that you use, because I understand that not everybody has the same application that they use.
Well, get the other applications too. Write them a goddamn review on 9 different platforms, you lazy fuck. What are you doing?
I like this
Go!
attitude. Thank you, JP. Bring that energy. For all intents and purposes, though, Apple Podcast gives us the best analytics, and so that's why we just say 100 Apple Podcast reviews, because that's the stuff that we keep track of and keep tabs on. And, I mean, those reviews, they always mean a lot to us. Once we hit 100, we're going to be doing a T-shirt giveaway. So leave us a 5-star review or not. I mean, 4-star reviews if you hate us. And we'll read it out
Go
loud.
by IGN rules where it's like, this podcast fucking sucks. These guys are idiots. Don't listen to this. 8.5.
The lag alone was awful. Oh, God. So, what did y'all spend your weeks doing out of curiosity? Did anyone, watch the debates?
Fuck no. I didn't know they were happening, honestly, until after the
Hell
fact.
no.
Yeah, I also was
said-
kind of just like, what's happening on Twitter? Man, people are talking about Kamala Harris a lot for some random reason. Oh, this is why. I'm not going to tune in. No.
Yeah, I mean, I rely on Twitter to fill me in the next couple of days if I don't watch the debates the night that they happen. Because if I don't do that, I'm not going to sit through a 2-hour broadcast later. But Twitter didn't have that much to say. There were no snarky gifs. There were no big posts where everybody was just posting the same thing verbatim. So I have no idea what happened because the Zeitgeist didn't hand it up to me on a silver platter.
SNL clearly had booked all of the guest actors for the debates program, and then they just were having to do random character bits the entire time and not focus on anything anyone actually said.
How is that different from any other fucking SNL thing? I mean, come
Well,
on.
because most of the time they try to do something.
Oh, they
you know,
reference.
to-
Yeah.
Yeah, at least there's a trope that kind of falls out of the debates, or there's I wrote the damn bill or whatever, or somebody will make a face that will become a meme over and over again, but it just didn't happen. People don't have the energy for this same fucking debate over and over again, because I had it up on YouTube to try to come up with some fucking snarky commentary about it. I set it to play at double speed, and I watched as much of it as I could without my eyes bleeding from hearing the same talking points rehashed over and over again that I've been listening to for the last 6 months.
I mean, the only big surprise I think that, in certain circles at least, that occurred was Elizabeth Warren going full mask off on imperialism. Just full blown being we need more people in the military.
Oh, I think she went mask on, actually, right? Because the memes indicate she put a Bane mask on.
I'm gonna be honest. I didn't actually listen to any part of the debate. All I did was sit in a Discord while Brett from Dumb and Awful got angry at the things they were saying.
See, that's real journalism right there. Fuck.
That's the same thing I do with theory. So really, it's got to count for something.
Just
Yeah,
listen to somebody else get mad about it. That's the fucking way to go.
Yeah, it's instead of reading Lacan, you read somebody who wrote a book about Lacan. It's exactly the same thing.
That's basically what I did in high school. They had these cool things. I think they're called Spark Notes.
Spark Notes, yeah. No, I know Spark Notes.
Yeah.
If there isn't a cooking themed version called Spork Notes, real missed opportunity there for him. Well, I mean, the debates did seem to be pretty miserable. Everything kind of was playing the hits and also not really surprising anyone.
I mean, everything's miserable because we're just waiting for the DNC to give up and just come out with it and say we're not going to let Bernie get elected. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, we're gonna rat fuck him just like 2016. Yep.
Yeah.
But hey, we have to think about it this way. Maybe this new contender coming into the stage, this hotshot person, Michael Bloomberg, he'll really spice some things up, you know?
Yeah, Michael Bloomberg, great fan of Ghislaine Maxwell. So certainly, he's not taking any corporate donors or money from special interests because he's totally not one, guys.
Yeah.
No,
He's not
he's
a
just a
billionaire.
Jewish billionaire who owns his own media conglomerate. Yeah, I don't think the Trump's base will have any issue trying to, disagree with him on any front.
Oh,
whatsoever.
that's what you're going for. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Famous libertarian-friendly candidate, the Jew, Michael Bloomberg.
Well, I mean, weirdly enough, though, this is the guy who Mike Gravel wanted to run for president, and it's still just I don't see the full logic, because I know that he had talked about his dream candidate ticket was Bloomberg Gabbard for some godforsaken
What the
reason. Yeah. And the idea behind it, at least, was that then Michael Bloomberg would self-finance his campaign, and it would free up the DNC and the D-Trip committee to be able to then spend all of their funding on the tight races to help win over the House and Senate.
Oh my god, no!
But
this fucking sucks.
that's really believing that the DNC and the D-Trip are going to actually, how can I phrase this? Not just elect Republicans.
Yeah, the Democrats fucking suck. They don't have half the strategy or a quarter of the fucking like intuition to do any of that
No,
shit.
a quarter
They're gonna
of the
find a way.
genitals that they need to.
Yeah,
The
the
chutzpah.
spine, the nerve. Yeah, they're gonna fuck it up.
Hold
they're gonna
on.
Find a way
Why are we implying that like that they don't have as much genitals as other people, Bo?
I'm just saying that bits relate directly to the ability of elected representatives and the people that staff the political the political system that elects and protects our representatives. Maybe, they don't want more Ocasio-Cortezes. Maybe they want more Nancy Pelosi's.
Who does better posts,
What?
Zach? Who does better posts?
Yeah, but look,
Yeah.
in order to get an AOC, you have to find somebody who actually has like political beliefs and wants to accomplish something. They grow Nancy Pelosi's in a shed behind the Pentagon. Okay, they're a dime a dozen.
Yeah, they've grown 6 Nancy Pelosi's before. Nothing's going to stop them again. They're like Ruth Bader Ginsburg's. They just keep rolling them out there.
Yeah, everybody thinks Ruth Bader Ginsburg is so precious. Oh, protect the old lady on the Supreme Court so Trump doesn't nominate another ghoul. Lies. Wrong. There are millions of Ruth Bader Ginsburgs. They comprise the center of the earth. Many of them are still molten.
It's the Venture Brothers at this fucking point. We live in the goddamn Venture Bros timeline.
Hopefully. Jesus.
God,
I
I
mean,
wish, because that means David Bowie is still alive and has
And
a
he's
lot
a-
of power,
well,
which might actually bode
that's
well
just
for
the Sovereign.
somebody.
No, David Bowie, who knows where he is? The Sovereign just happens to. We're fucking. Okay, this episode is commandeered now. It's a Venture Brothers episode.
No. Please go on. David, I'm so glad I died when I did, so I didn't get Me Too, Bowie.
Yeah, that's true enough.
Well, again, the Sovereign, his hands are clean. He just happens to like looking like David Bowie.
Yeah, he just does wanton murder.
Yeah, I mean, like,
all
standard
over the
supervillain
place.
shit.
That's
Yeah.
very basic, totally forgivable.
Yes.
Yeah,
Listen, I'm a monster, not a monster, okay?
there are rules for this for
Yeah.
a reason. This is just how it works.
I mean, he's not fucking Phantom Limb. Come on.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Anyway. See, that's how it sounds to us when you guys talk about sports.
Yeah, because I could talk about maybe the
Except
greatest
our
show
shit is
ever
way
made.
cooler than fucking sports. So
All
shut the
day.
fuck
Yeah,
up.
The Venture Brothers, it's as funny as any other cartoon on Adult Swim, plus it has the fucking character development that outclasses Game
Character
of
development
Thrones.
that takes
Like,
literally like a fucking decade of television to like really just chew
Yeah.
on. It's fucking great.
All right,
it's
Zach,
unbelievable.
for
10 out
our
of
sake,
10 shit.
let's make a mental note here, just so we can see what the analytics drop-off is.
Listen. I'm just scrolling through Venture Bros memes because I do love the Venture Bros as well.
Lost in the sauce. Oh, God.
Yeah, no, I'm the radical centrist for this podcast now because I both love sports and the Venture Bros.
Pick a side, you
So-
spineless
Cosmic
fuck.
brain.
You know what? Do you know what I watch at night when I'm getting a hand job? I don't watch sports. I watch the Venture Bros.
What a weird detail.
A cold, apathetic hand job.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, like
Give me a high five on that one. No. Other hand.
One that's done purely for maintenance with no emotional connection
Yep.
whatsoever.
well, that's because I get my emotional connection from watching
Cartoons.
Johnny and
Johnny.
watching Johnny Venture.
Johnny Venture, my favorite character.
The best character in the whole show.
I mean, I guess like in terms of like things to get hand jobs while watching. If you had to choose between Venture Bros and the impeachment hearings,
I guarantee you there's some fucking horrible shitlib couple somewhere that is absolutely their thing.
yeah, it's all of donut Twitter.
There are a bunch
It's
of
just
liberals
like-
that are horny for impeachment.
Like, oh my God, babe, did you see what George Takei just posted? Ha ha! We're gonna win this one.
They're wearing nothing but their pussy hats
Yeah.
that they fucking got in 2016. Yeah.
Yeah, so like Baroque liberalism is a mental disease. Woke liberalism is a sexual pathology.
If you're a liberal and you move into a new neighborhood, you should have to alert everybody else door to door.
Hi, my name's Terry. I recently moved in, and I just feel, well, actually, I don't just feel, I'm legally obligated to tell you that I'm a fucking liberal. Here's some paperwork to let you know a little bit about my condition and the steps I'm using to rehabilitate myself along the way.
Yeah, you'll be seeing a lot of me around the neighborhood. You'll know me because my SUV has a third term of Obama sticker on it.
I can't believe I had to fucking register.
Just one and back.
I had to register Democrat for life just for peeing outside in the playground one time.
The whole Watergate comparison that they try and draw between what's happening now and what was happening during the Nixon administration, it's not a one-to-one whatsoever, because there wasn't this fucking Fox News branch that was able to just run and spin PR for an entire party.
Or a Tommy Baloney and Brett Mayer. Is that?
That's one of those ghouls that
Bill
my parents
Mayer
love. Yeah,
Brett.
Cucker Tarleson. Yeah,
Cucker Charleston? Is that what the Charleston
Cucker
dance
Tarleton.
is?
Yes, that is his name.
Hold on, of the New England Charlestons?
Oh, no.
Oh, my goodness.
No, actually though,
Yeah, they're finally going to impeach Honnold Tump, the world's biggest red Cheeto man.
yeah.
Yeah, Blonald Blumpo, the world's worst dude.
This is quickly pivoting into Tim and Eric territory.
I mean, we know who we got on for this episode. It was always going to teeter into that.
Hell yeah. Yeah, but fucking, that's the thing. Like, people were dumb back then, too. Don't get me wrong. Like, people were very dumb. Like, there was a lot more lead in the water. They didn't have the
In the
internet.
gaseline.
But now we do have the
Yeah,
internet.
there's lead in the
toys.
paint.
So, like,
Asbestos in the roof.
yeah, but, like, they didn't have QAnon, though, is my point. You know? Like, holy shit.
Right, they just had the Finders and the Satanic
Well,
Panic.
yeah, but, like, that was
Yeah.
at least,
All that
that was
other
at least
stuff.
everyone was
Yeah, like-
stupid. Not, like, there was a stupid fandom.
Yeah, back in the day, if you were like a tinfoil hat Republican, you were kind of like eyed with suspicion by the regular Republicans. But now the regular Republicans are like, "Oh, you believe in fucking Pizzagate and QAnon and stuff? That's cool. Do you watch Fox News? You
Yeah.
should." Like, they don't give a fuck anymore. Like, the whole right is just holding hands, and the media doesn't give a shit. They're happy to like promote whatever insane nationalistic cause, like regurgitate whatever insane unsubstantiated claims the tinfoil hat guys on the right
Yep.
are making. It's like, it's fucking crazy, but the reason that it's happening is because it makes a ton of
Oh yeah,
money.
yeah. Going back to the Fox News and advertising example, like all this fucking "you should buy gold" ads that they run constantly. I don't know if y'all are familiar with
yeah.
that.
Catheter.
Yeah, it's catheters and gold, and I don't know what fucking like total grifter.
Oh,
Yeah?
Bo, you are forgetting a vital third advertisement,
what?
and I think it's a massive blind spot. It's Frasier trying to pitch you the idea of refinancing your mortgage.
Right? Yeah.
Oh
God.
man, in fucking Pittsburgh, we had these commercials where Gary Busey would tell you to go down to a particular
Yes.
Hyundai dealership.
Oh no!
Yes.
My dad, my dude did. I almost called him my dad. Little Freudian slip. My dude did not look like he was doing well.
Well, yeah, because I mean, like, if he was doing well, he would be trying to get you to get into a brand new Kia with all-access four-wheel drive. You can really trust Kia, not like those godless heathens over at Hyundai.
Yeah, the only person I want my APR figures from is Gary Busey.
That would be great if Gary Busey was like, "I'm going to retire from acting and become an accountant. Thank you, and please respect my
I'm
privacy."
very
at this
normal
time."
now.
Well, remember when like the singer from Cake was like, "I'm gonna retire from Cake and stop playing shows and become like a beet farmer or a rutabaga farmer or radishes or something like that out west." And he did it for like a year and a half, and suddenly Cake was playing shows again. I was like, "Yeah, not so fun,
First
is
of all,
it?"
he should have
Mr.
become a
McCready.
fucking baker. I mean, that writes itself. Second of
Yeah.
all, yeah, what the fuck? Like, fucking, of course there is a ton of effort and a ton of skill and a ton of time that goes into being a professional musician. But, like, if you've made it, baby, Like, that's fucking cool. That is a cool-ass job to have. Like, you're not going to the fucking 9 to 5 that the rest of us are, or fucking whatever.
That's right. You're just constantly touring on the road, away from your family
Not
and
constantly,
any sense of
constantly.
loved ones. You are.
All of your labor is owned by the studio and the
Okay,
record
you
label
guys
that
just be some
you
fucking
record
buzzkills,
for.
don't you? Yeah, fine.
Yeah. What was that Motley Crue documentary? And everything went great,
Mo-
right?
Motley Crue aside.
That was
Well, it's like we
even
were
the
asking on
Smothers
BP
brothers had fucking drug addiction problems, Bo.
We were asking on BP a few episodes ago what happened to Dane Cook, and everybody in our Discord was like, "Oh, his brother stole all his money and
Oh, hell yeah.
tried to fucking leave the country." And I was like, "Wow, that sucks." But like, if it's gonna happen to somebody, it should happen to Dane Cook.
Can you imagine going back to like 2004 and trying to explain, be like, no. In this whole Louis C.K. Dane Cook feud, you want to be on the side of Dane Cook. Trust me on this one. History will reflect more positively on you.
That's insane to even think about. I think you just broke my brain.
God.
Like, imagine picking a side between Louis C.K. and Dane Cook.
It was a different strategy and a different time altogether.
Oh, that was 2011?
No, like 2004, man. That's when the Transformer joke came out.
Okay.
I wanna
Yeah.
say. It was.
I had never even smoked weed then. Those were the days of snatching fucking champagne bottles left over at weddings and like getting wasted with your friends watching Grandma's Boy.
For us, it was always
Good shit.
paying the homeless guy by the liquor store to buy us a 32 pack of Bud Lights and having 2 each, getting like just totally zoinked off that and watching Archer. Because Archer was the show.
Yeah. Damn.
Ah, man.
Back when-
Going on to Put Locker to watch Archer.
Basically, yeah.
Back when Archer was a
Wow,
good
back
show.
Back in my day, we had to go on LimeWire to try and download episodes of Futurama that had just come out.
Yeah.
Will never forget. I was one of the weird FrostWire user people.
FrostWire is still around.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
They've gone like weirdly legit, and they're just like, yeah, it's Creative Commons territory now, man.
Yeah. Who are you going to sue? You can't sue every single user of FrostWire. It's like millions and millions of
That's
people.
amazing.
But the API is like just supported by people who do work for free and stuff, I believe, right?
Oh, that's
Yeah,
actually
yeah,
pretty
I mean,
cool.
it's
software, baby.
Yeah. All of that open source shit, all that like files sharing stuff, that was like, I think what kind of maybe not radicalized me, but ripened my brain for radicalization. I was like,
Oh,
wait a minute.
definitely.
We still have to pay for media, even though you can just make free copies of it and give them to anybody with fucking absolute ease. There's something broken about this system.
And that's why I'm going to spend 3.5 days trying to download 300 and giving my computer AIDS. Thank you very much. I'll never forget. I downloaded a bad copy of Fight Club once, and I got through about like 2/3 of the movie. And then I was like, okay. I mean, it's basically unwatchable, and I'll just leave it be. And I didn't touch it. And so when people were talking about Fight Club, I had no idea what the twist was at the end for like a year and a half. And then it's like, yeah, we should watch Fight Club sometime. I'm like, yeah, I really like that movie. I haven't seen it in forever. And then we're watching it, and then it gets to the twist, and I'm like, holy fuck, oh my god.
They never left the island.
Oh man, I wish all movies ended like Fight Club. I wish at the end of like Castaway, it turns out Wilson was all in his mind. You know, there was never a volleyball. It's just like the end credits kind of end with like "Ce n'est une pipe," like this is not a pipe, but it's Wilson. It's like, this is not a volleyball.
I thought you were going to go the other way with it, where you were going to say, oh yeah, Wilson was just a whole-ass dude the entire time. Like his buddy on the island that he thought was a volleyball.
The buddy who died, and it was just some guy's head. He was wheeling around everywhere.
Jesus.
It was meant to be like a regular actor portraying him, but nobody came to casting. When they opened the door, a volleyball just rolled in.
Who the fuck forgot to do the VFX work for Andy Serkis? You explain this to me right the hell now.
That's just that movie Swiss Army Man.
Oh yeah, that is a
Swiss
movie.
Army Man. We did just reinvent Swiss Army Man. God damn it.
Engineered fucking farting corpse Daniel Radcliffe. Yes.
Swiss Army Man is just the Castaway reboot.
Yeah.
Okay, you give me shit for how I use verb tenses.
And you can't finish
we
the
get
sentence.
yeah, reboot. I enjoy that reboot so much. Man, movies are weird just in
Fuck
general
movies.
because
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
don't
like
like movies.
mid-budget films are gone now completely. Where
Yeah.
now you have like, there isn't anything like, weirdly enough, like a Fight Club of something in that like $60 to maybe $80 million range. Well, probably $40 to $80 million range.
Yeah.
Everything is now like Swiss Army Man or Captain Marvel 4.
Yeah.
That's
Or they're just remaking stuff. Like, I'm
Yeah.
waiting for them to remake Basketball with the
Oh,
same two.
God.
The South Park guy's just like old as
I
shit
would
now.
fucking
Just
love
like,
that.
see,
That
and
was
they
the only
know
good
that,
thing they
and
ever
that's
made.
why they'll make it. It's
Yeah.
just-
Because they know that they can even get like a fucking movie-hating grump like me to be like, all right,
guess I have
fine,
to
I'll
see
buy a
it,
ticket. Yeah, Basketball 2. two basket, 2 ball.
Trying to explain to my partner and be like, no. It's important that we see this film for me personally. I can't wait for it to be available for home video and pirate it. I have to see this in the theater as part of a cultural phenomenon. This is Kino right here. The Kino.
That's like everybody was going to see the Joker movie, and I was like, why are you wasting your time? And they're like, look, even if you don't think it's going to be good, okay, it's an important part of the cultural moment. Okay, and I don't want to miss out on that. I don't want to miss the hot water cooler talk we have at the office on Mondays about Joker movies. I'm just like, that sucks. Don't do that. Don't be a fucking slave to like, oh, what if
Change
I
your
can't
job.
talk about
Yeah.
the big meme?
Force your fucking
Fuck you.
coworkers into conversations about D&D like I do.
Yeah, make
Yeah.
them watch 45-minute like self-produced videos about quantum physics and like planetary science and stuff.
Hey, did you
like
see
I
the
do.
newest fucking
Just be like,
Game Maker's Toolkit Mark Brown put out this weekend? No? Go fuck yourself then.
That's why
Yeah.
I'm happy, because I just have bad taste inherently, and so I'm like, yes, I will go see the Joker film because I think it will be 6 out of 10, and that is good enough
Well,
for
apparently
me.
a 6 out of 10 is enough to get you a fucking sequel.
Jesus.
Oh
Yeah.
God!
Apparently,
Yeah. Well,
like,
no.
the thing with the
it's
Joker-
the $1 billion that was good enough.
Yeah,
to
that's
make
a kind of the
sequel.
sequel. Yeah.
No, the amazing part of Joker was that it wasn't a meme movie. It ended up being like a really weirdly like timely. It's affected all of the protests in Latin America. I believe.
true.
Or was that
Yeah.
That-
was that Lebanon? I don't remember.
Yeah, I believe it was Lebanon, but my God, yeah, I hadn't even thought about that. Because in my head, I thought that the messaging was very muddled, and it was kind of like a Rorschach test of just figuring out your own ideology and personal issues.
Yeah.
You kind of
Yeah.
saw what you wanted to see in it. But apparently in Lebanon, they were like, yeah, nah, shit's fucked up. Okay. And they decided to take action.
No,
you
yeah,
know,
there's
something
a-
that would never
There's
happen.
a bell curve of fucking y-axis is how much you suck, and the x-axis is how much you like the Joker. And, early stage is like, yeah, no, you don't give a shit. Fine, cool. Middle is like you've got a fucking array of Funko Pops, like, and no room to move in your fucking shitty studio that your parents pay for. And then, the other end is painting the Joker makeup on your face as you go out to kill cops. Like, that's the spectrum right there.
yeah,
I've always
I
thought
mean,
that Funko Pops were the gateway to killing cops.
Well,
It's never been laid out for me like this until now.
it's also weird that the Joker movie, like Todd Phillips, made something that is more social critique than the Watchmen reboot.
Well, granted,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Watchmen reboot sets a low fucking bar.
Yeah, I mean, I was on board with the Watchmen reboot, and I was like, oh, okay, well, we'll see what happens. Sure, like Lindelof did Lost, but he also did The Leftovers, and so I was like, all right, we'll see what happens. And then once Silk Spectre pulled out like that 19-inch dildo that was blue because of Dr. Manhattan, I was like,
Isn't
alrighty
it like
then.
actually
I'm
Dr.
done.
Manhattan branded too or something? Or is that like an edit I saw?
Yeah. It's real bad.
What a great fucking what a great piece of television. Holy shit. Truly.
I mean,
truly
like,
the golden age. of
How
TV.
far we've come from the Juggernaut using his giant arms to smash open the floor and say, "I'm the Juggernaut, bitch." A watershed moment for
Did
meme
you-
movies and comic book movies to cross
Yet
over.
again,
Yeah,
the
that's-
best piece of superhero media. JP, I think you know.
The best piece of superhero
The
media.
goddamn
well,
Venture Brothers.
Is the Venture Brothers really like it's super villains and there are superheroes
Yeah,
in
yeah,
it, but
yeah.
it's more like super science. I would say the best straight up piece of superhero media is the seminal 1999 film Mystery Man.
Oh, yeah. No, that's a good take.
Hell
That is a
yes.
Great take.
Fucking
The
love
world
that
wasn't
movie.
ready for Mystery Men. If Mystery Men came out now, it would blow people's minds with like how thoughtful a critique it could be.
The
you know?
Connoisseurs
And-
movie
and-
with All-Star in it. Yeah.
Yeah, yet another great vehicle for Dane Cook. I am the Waffler. Golden Crispy. Bad guys in history.
will vindicate Dane Cook.
This
To everybody's great shock and dismay.
I'm really excited, by the way, if they decide to do the inevitable reboot or sequel to Mystery Men 2, and Dane Cook will get a starring role, and then finally the Breathe Carolina remix of All Star by Smash Mouth will be able to appear in a film.
God damn.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
It's the worst. It's the worst. I have a hard time trying to convince myself that we don't live in the darkest timeline.
Well, if you think
because,
about it, superhero fatigue is almost a symptom of us living in the darkest timeline. Not only is it like, oh, we're tired of this super monetized, franchise ridden media that we've basked in since the heyday of comic books. But also it's already undergone the we write these superhero stories as critiques of our lives and of our society. Mm-hmm. Society that we live in, of course. But also it's then come out the other side and it's become like now we are like bathed in these like, oh, super dark, gritty realism, and it hasn't generated any change in our
because they're not
society.
allowed to make any actual critique of. I mean, they can fucking tip their hat towards it, sure. And I mean, even the Joker fucking does this, but like, they're not going to be out there like fucking with Captain America sitting down and reading Capital for an hour and a half in like a folding chair, and that's the whole movie. Like,
Yeah, how many people started reading Marx and Engels because of V for Vendetta?
Yeah.
Like, how many people were driven to communism because of the great zombie media craze of the 2000s?
well, and that's the thing,
Like,
yeah. Fucking
nobody.
media is only as good as people fucking. It's a good tool for learning, sure. But if fucking people are gonna just tune in, turn out, which is fine to do too, it's not gonna accomplish its shit.
what about instead of tune in, drop out, it's tune in, turn up?
Nice.
You ever think about that? Right?
It
Tune
is
in and
tune
just
on,
fucking
tune in, turn on,
get lit,
drop
fam.
out.
Jack off.
Tune in, rock out, hang out, drink a beer, probably. It's all good.
Tune in,
Vibes.
turn on.
Let's squeeze out 5 more of these, and I think we can call it a bit.
yeah, it'll be
Yeah,
A-okay.
I don't know if you guys.
Turn left. Yeah.
turn left. It just becomes GPS direction.
Yeah, tune in, turn on, drop out. Your destination is up.
Sorry, Zach, you were saying something before I screamed over you.
The Alan Moore critique of superhero movies.
Yes, yeah.
I think that popped up on Twitter. I'm not sure if you guys have reread it since, but I believe it was from like 2007 or 2014, somewhere in between there. I'm not really sure, but he critiques like super mass market superhero movies, and even his stuff has been turned into, the Watchmen franchise has been turned into a Zack Snyder film.
Yeah.
what else did he do? He's really into like magic, like in real life. I loved the Chapo
Yeah.
episode. With
Well,
him.
he looks like a wizard.
Yeah, I was
yeah.
about to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a big anarchist wizard dude. I guess he recently said that because like he doesn't vote in elections in the UK, but he said that this year he's going to break his non-voting streak because he hates the Tories so much.
Wow. Beautiful. League of
Look
Extraordinary
at this.
Gentlemen.
This is truly the darkest timeline. Anarchists are being driven to electoralism.
Yeah, Batman the Killing Joke. Like he's the king of like V for Vendetta. Even honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of the stuff that are his works are like the gritty, like dark stuff, and it still doesn't even radicalize people because media is so tied to capital that that our entertainment industry just crunches through everything.
Yeah.
If you listen to the JJ Demon episode, like he talked about how his songs are supposed to be kind of ironic and he's supposed to have this he wanted to have this voice, this tenor to it that kind of communicated his hatred of the industry that he's working in. But in the studio they would have him redo it and redeliver it and change things until they took all of what he wanted out of his own music.
Yeah.
And that's
Well,
just
yeah.
what happens with everything that and I mean, I say that as a podcaster, shit poster online.
I mean, that's what we end up having to do in post with all of our episodes, is that we take Zach's intonations and his vocal inflection and, we take the smirk away and make it that level of deadpan, low energy.
No, but for real though, I mean, and that's the thing I was getting at earlier. Like, even if you do that, when fucking when Tom Morello came out a couple years ago and was like, "Hey, Trump fucking sucks," and longtime people who claimed they were longtime fans of Rage Against the Machine were like, "When the fuck, don't talk about politics, man." It's like clearly like there's a disconnect between the art being made and the fucking people consuming it anyway. And yeah,
well,
Paul
that has
Ryan
to happen.
just weeping in a corner.
yeah.
That has to happen if you're going to have like anarchist dudes like fucking Alan Moore, who there's pictures of him online in like a hammer and sickle shirt and shit, make V for Vendetta. It gets turned into a movie, and then all the V for Vendetta nerds are like libertarian Bitcoin
Yeah.
chuds from the United States. Like, it's pathetic. And yeah, like Rage Against the Machine, one of the most explicitly political bands, one of the biggest names in explicitly political music ever to be on
Their
the face
name
of
is
the
literally
earth.
Rage
And
Against
they're
the Machine.
Yeah, and they're Paul Ryan's favorite
Yeah!
band.
What the fuck?
What the
He
fuck
is
is
the
that?
Machine.
I think especially with musical artists, like you face this turning point moment. I always wonder what would happen if Kanye West was actually allowed to be on the Black Panther movie soundtrack.
God.
Like would he have done like his massive turn that like he did?
Nah, dude, I think that's the brain
Would
disease.
Disney
like,
have allowed him to do that?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have enough knowledge about Kanye West. I'm so like, I really hate it, but I have like a great amount of Schadenfreude just from seeing him be like so horrible all the time because I never
No,
liked him.
it's great.
And
It's
everybody
fine.
was like, you can't. You can't not like Kanye West. And I'm like, yes, I can. Actually, I'm really sure that
I'm
he
even
sucks.
down-
And I was right.
Yeah, like, I'm even down to fucking make fun of him just, like, coming out and saying, hey, I have, like, X or Y mental illness. It's like, cool, dude, so do all of us. But also you're a billionaire. Like, fucking get on it. Come on, man.
Yeah. Go to
Yeah,
therapy,
you can afford
Kanye.
15 fucking therapists to be on call 24/7. I'm sure you'll
We've
be
seen
alright.
your house. We know that you need
Yeah.
therapy, Kanye.
No, fucking...
I mean, like,
yeah, like... Sorry.
to go ahead and give you an update, JP, on what Kanye is up to right now. He has decided to do his own opera based on Nebuchadnezzar, of course.
Oh my god.
Basically, I want you to imagine all of like the edgy seventh grader type things that you would think of in your head, and you're like, man, it'd be so cool if I could do this. Only you have $1 billion, so you actually can do this, and you've surrounded yourself with yes men who are terrified to say no to you.
God, we truly live in an age of fucking man children. Between Kanye West, Donald Trump, and Elon Musk, there's just so little hope. Like, what are we gonna do?
I mean, like, we could eat them, I guess, would be
I don't think Donald Trump's going to taste very good.
Yeah, all that McDonald's he eats, surprisingly enough, probably isn't prepping him to be too tasty.
Okay. We do a human centipede.
Oh,
okay?
no.
Human centipede of these people, where then we feed them each other bit by bit through the human centipede style. All
Yeah,
right?
Lenin's Ouroboros, can't wait.
Yes. Then the way we arrange it is the person with the lowest net worth is in the middle of the centipede. And that person's like, that's bullshit. And we're like, yes, now you understand. Now get in the middle.
What a beautiful episode of The Twilight Zone that
Wow,
is.
graphic. Hey, you know what? We should get you Alan Moore's contact information. Would have a lot to talk about.
I strive to be on the same FBI watch list as Alan Moore.
Yeah.
That's really... Yeah, I mean, it's great because in the true rich guy with nothing else to do fashion, Kanye has also built an amphitheater or is planning to build an amphitheater.
He really wants to build an amphitheater.
Kanye just likes the word amphitheater. He's probably already got one and doesn't even know that's what it's called.
Maybe Kanye's whole thing is he just likes words, and that's what he fucking does everything off of, like Nebuchadnezzar, amphitheater, fucking, like, that's good.
The greatest part about this is that it was denied. The permit was denied. The second greatest part is that he is calling it a meditation amphitheater.
Yeah, that's where I want to fucking meditate, somewhere where sound is projected more efficiently.
Wait. He has an LLC called Psalm 2019?
Yeah, man.
what?
Like, he's...
Jesus.
Fucking
It's
owns.
almost like he's like fully cashed in on this whole like Jesus-y Sunday service vibe for some reason.
Well, didn't he co-host a fucking service with Joel Osteen?
Yeah, we talked about that.
I will correct you, sir. It is Osteen. Thank you very much. Houstonians represent. No. Fuck that guy for locking out poor people during the flood. We'll never forgive you, Joel.
Kanye's on the Osteen list. Send tweet. Flight logs. That's the fucking term I was thinking of. God damn it. That came to me right after I said that.
I mean, it's just weird, though, that rich people are turning to Wyoming as their new promised land. You know, it's the land of Dick Cheney, so that's an immediate red flag number one. But, it's also where Kanye went previously to try and get in the right headspace to try and churn out his Yandhi album that never came out. And I believe it's also where Justin Timberlake went to try and get in the right headspace for his latest album that horrifically flopped.
Is that where Guns N' Roses went to write Chinese Democracy?
The ranch in Wyoming, he purchased in October. I'm reading about all his new
I thought you were
LLCs.
talking about the Netflix show.
Wait,
The
are y'all
Ranch.
telling me
Oh.
Wyoming is a real thing and like not just something they made up for that show?
Look, Bloomberg spent like $40 to advertise in Nebraska.
He did. He had a $30 million over the weekend advertising budget, and $40 went to Wyoming.
No, to Wyoming. Okay, yeah. That's that's population density, folks.
Yeah.
I get.
If only the electoral
I
college
mean, I
worked
guess-
the same way.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is that maybe as leftists, what we should do is we should just try and take over like the Dakotas for some arbitrary reason. Really start to build up the ideologue style locations of just like, well, okay, we have immediate access to Canada should things get too bad. And, we're basically like going to become Russia 2.0. Try to invade us in the winter, motherfucker.
Well, the Dakotas would be pretty easy to take over, too. I think as long as you were the first ones there, you show up and you're like, hey, we're taking over. And they're like, who are you guys? And they're like, we're communists. We're taking over the Dakotas to defend it against the United States. And they'd be like, hey, honey, the communists are here. They've taken over the Dakotas to defend against the United States. And then
They're
they would
so
just
nice here.
make you dinner. Yeah.
They just rolled with it.
Yeah, well,
A
so,
lot more
that's the
pushback.
thing, though. The only problem I see is that, like, hypothetically, hear me out. If there were people there before the United States that had occupied the land, like, how did they fare, when the United States
we
enclosed
just
upon
claim
them?
it's manifest destiny. That
Oh, it's
according
like
to our
double
holy
manifest
scripture,
destiny? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
Hell
yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Now, that's a reboot I can get behind, but instead of being racist and bad, it's anti-racist and good.
It's actually Manifest Destiny 2 Shadowkeep edition, just so that way then that's all. I don't know anything about Destiny 2. I can't believe you guys would leave me out there knowing full well my infantile knowledge of the video game world wouldn't lead to anything.
Yeah, Destiny 2 Shadowkeep edition, and this is that brand new the wish that they unlocked. The 15th wish was that the communists just took over the Dakotas.
Hey,
And even though the game devs didn't have anything ready, what they're really saying is we need to go now today and invade the Dakotas and plant the red and gold flag on that soil.
Let's go now today.
Speaking of fucking Manifest Destiny, this is one
Good
last
at
thing I want
words.
to squeeze in. We talked about this literally like a fucking hour ago, but that goddamn Pete Buttigieg song that was like trending earlier in the week, and I'm sure by the time this episode comes out, everyone will have forgotten. I saw a lot of people saying, "Oh, that's actually a really great song," and to those people I say, we are no longer friends. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that song sucks ass. And honestly, when I found out that was Panic at the Disco,
What the fuck have they been up to?
I've been so validated so much recently by horrible things in the world. I'm just asking, I'm like praying to God, can you please validate me with something that I actually enjoy? That would be so
I've always
beautiful.
enjoyed the thinking man's Maroon 5.
God.
I just can't get over the way the vocals sound. I've always hated that Panic at the Disco style vocals, pop emo vocals, like weird overperformed, like vaguely operatic EDM vocals. All of that shit just leaves such a foul fucking taste in my mouth.
You're gonna really hate to find out that I love listening to hard style, especially the not the symphonic, but there's the one where they have like the announcer voice over everything,
Oh,
and
God,
they
yes.
just say like really stupid shit.
Toasting?
They're like in a world where there is no more sound, a group of individuals came together to bring you the sound.
Yeah, but then hardstyle like hits you over the head with the same bass drum 1,000 times. I kind of like that. I can get into that.
Oh yeah.
And
That's
sometimes there's like
commitment.
old reggae tracks and like old reggae DJs toasting over it and stuff.
Yeah.
It breaks out into breakbeats and stuff. Yeah, I
Yeah,
can get
it's
into
not
that.
the fucking
But,
2011 iPhone commercial that is High Hopes.
and that sucks too. Like the cultural cycle of recycling old things and trying to make them new again is so short at this point. People are like, stuff comes back every 25 years, boy. Stuff comes back every fucking 6 or 7 years. At
Oh,
this
yeah.
point.
It comes back every
It's
6
so
months.
fast.
We're
Yeah.
fucking
We're
referencing
past
I mean,
Big
Disney
Chungus
Plus
next
isn't exactly
February.
helping with all that.
Yeah.
Oh, Lottie coming.
Yeah,
What are
Wojak
Lolcats
is still
coming back?
like the meme of choice for like alt-right shit posters.
That never
Well, yeah,
stopped, though,
conservatives,
almost. Yeah.
like anything that's like conservative or like really far right wing, they usually pick a lane and then lock into it forever. That's kind of their thing. Helps them feel like they're building traditions or whatever like insane dumb John Galt shit they have going on in their heads. But leftists are just like, we're restless because we kind of see what's going on. We're recognizing that the world is changing around us, and we want like new and interesting shit to crop up. So we come up with stuff like cats can have little a salami.
And I swear to God,
Just
all these
spread it
fucking
around.
normies saying a little salami. No, how could you?
No.
That's
Fucked it up.
anti-revolutionary.
It's little eye salami. Yeah, it's Lacan's objet petit a salami, right? It's not actually the salami that you desire. It's the fact that the casing on the salami produces a discrete object that can be the object of your desire. Get with the fucking program, liberals.
No, this is the fucking. There's a dialectic of memes from where they're very good and very bad, and the synthesis. We reached the synthesis, God knows how long ago, to now where memes just fucking suck, but we can't get enough of them.
True.
Well, that's what I like about the contradiction of memes is I think it's kind of endless. Like, there's really no resolution. Every time we think that we've come to the end of memes, we look like Francis Fukuyama, where he's like, hey, you know what? I'm going to greenlight history too. All
See,
good.
that's a reboot. That's a reboot I've been looking forward to. Fukuyama's a fucking dingus.
Yeah, he's a real fucking dumb idiot.
Yeah. Also, Francis Fukuyama, come on the pod so we can verbally thrash you, you old dumb bitch.
Fukuyama, more like fuck your mama.
Nice. Nice.
All right.
I bet he has never heard
Not
that.
since first grade.
Totally real and like new content that I have all the time.
Well, speaking of new content that you can expect to be coming out at some point in time, courtesy of Zach.
Watch for our bonus episode on Thursday,
Okay, cool. Yeah.
and also the one that I'm putting out Monday because I refuse to edit.
We're
episodes,
just
apparently.
a fucking big Thanksgiving feast here of good shit this week, huh?
Absolutely. It's a Thanksgiving feast of bonus episodes coming out this week.
What better holiday to celebrate?
Some of them are spiced with Dragon's Blood Elixir hot sauce,
Nice.
and some of them are just our very normal 15 Million Flowers bonus episodes. So.
Okay, cool. Cool.
There's nothing normal about them. Each of them are special. And
Yeah. So aside from our bonus episodes, we also have our bonus game content that Kelton prepares for us lovingly each week, of course.
a bracket challenge. So we're just going to pick which one's the best. Hopefully we can take our time, have some thoughtful discussion, but I think we'll be clipping through it pretty easily. As we all know, Mayor Pete, he had his High Hope song, really brought that 2016 vibes of Roar from Katy Perry and Fight Song from
I
Kelly
just
Clarkson.
graduated from Texas Tech University, and I am so ready to become, I don't know, a fucking Border Patrol agent. Yeah. That's the vibe it has.
So this made me think, well, what have been some very good campaign songs in the past? All right. Now, overall, I have to say in my research, the best, hands down, campaign song is from John Quincy Adams in 1828. He had a song called Little Know Ye Who's Coming, talking about all the bad things that would happen, you know, if John Quincy Adams wasn't elected. But I think in today's vernacular, we could just imagine it as a song about what's going to happen if John QA doesn't bust a nut. You know,
When Kanye inevitably runs in fucking 2024 or 2020. I mean, you know, we still got a little bit of time left here, so who knows? It'll be, you know, Little No Yay Who's Coming.
Ah, shit! It was
That's what
right
you should have
there.
gone for,
it
pal.
Was right there.
I gotta
gotcha.
Run
say,
your bits by me.
it might not be an official. It might not be an official campaign song yet, but Bernie Sanders did just walk up to the podium in an event recently while they were playing Young Thug's verse from "Pick
That
Up
is
the
some
Phone."
king shit.
Hell
oh my God.
yes.
Yeah, that really made my heart soar. And if he would just make that his official like campaign song, he would win. You know, that's all it would take.
Well, the 8 songs that I have decided to put into a bracket here, I'm going to read up individual matchups, okay? And we can get things figured out. I'm going to start with the middle of the bracket. John McCain in 2008 chose for his campaign song, Take a Chance on Me by ABBA. And that is going head-to-head against Ross Perot's 1992 campaign song, Crazy by Patsy Cline.
Oh man, these are both
Big energy on Ross's choice. Man. I gotta go with that. That's big dick shit. I mean, like, John McCain's just like, oh, these sweet Scandinavian women singing about taking a chance on an old conservative man really speaks to my secret Nazi not so secret Nazi sympathies. But no, Ross Perot was balling the fuck out. I gotta say, my boy Ross.
So I gotta clarify. What are the like? Are we choosing the better song here? The better campaign song? Like.
I mean, just whatever your own preferences. Judge as your heart dictates.
Okay, yeah, I'm going with that Patsy Cline classic then, because I mean, John McCain doing "Take a Chance on Me" as like, because like John McCain is like a pretty orthodox shitty dude, right? Like as far as like shitty neocon guys get, you can't get more fucking 2003 than John McCain.
Yeah.
But like, take a chance on like what is he offering there in the background? Which is why that prospect is fucking terrifying, and I'm going with Crazy.
Gotcha. Zach?
I'm also off of the McCain train.
Okay, well, at this point, I guess it wouldn't have mattered anyway. You would have been outvoted. So Ross Perot is advancing,
All right.
unlike anything he actually ever did in politics. So. Next up, we have...
Dead.
In
They're both dead.
2016, Trump made news with his Freedom's Call by the USA Freedom Kids. You guys remember?
I remember
whole
that
deal?
distinctly. Yes.
I just remember it because
Oh.
of the children. I never listened to the song. I can't make myself listen to that song. I can't watch like drama TV shows where it's just like, oh, this whole segment's just cringe. That's all that this is. I'm like, no, I'm not watching that. I
Oh.
refuse.
Big agree.
yeah.
I'm the same exact way.
Yeah.
I thrive on
yeah.
it. I've watched that whole fucking video like 5 or 6 times.
Oh god, I hate that. That's what Chris from Beep Beep is like. He's like, "Did you watch this big cringe thing that happened recently?" I'm like, "I'd rather die."
There are a million better things I could be doing with my time. So no, I did not watch that. No, I apparently am some sort of cringe masochist. So yes, I've seen that.
All right, so which one? Oh,
What
I'm
was the
sorry,
second
I'm sorry,
one? Yeah.
I didn't read the other option. Yeah, second option.
Well, it's gonna win because it's up against that. Like,
Yeah, this is
right.
like putting fucking the Dallas Cowboys somewhere in the bracket. It's like, we're not gonna fucking see them.
In 2005, Angela Merkel chose the song "Angie" by the Rolling Stones for her
Damn.
campaign song.
wow, that is also very bad.
Yeah, you really shit. You really put these guys in the same bracket, huh?
Yeah, I did. I
Oh,
did.
God, you did this to us on purpose.
So
I got to give it to Merkel. I don't know. I hate to say it. This is the same feeling I had when I went and cast my ballot for Hillary Clinton.
Oh, big fucking news, my man.
2016.
Yeah, I feel you there.
I never thought I would see a day, but I mean, compared to Trump, I just gotta go Merkel like this.
God, just a Rolling Stones song as a campaign song too is the just biggest boomer energy. Like in
But
2005,
to choose
too.
Angie, the breakup song,
Yeah,
the song
well, no, yeah,
that
not
was
even getting into
allegedly
that.
written because.
yeah,
I mean,
this
the
isn't
song was
even, like-
allegedly written because what, like, Mick Jagger's wife or girlfriend caught him and David Bowie in bed together.
Hell yeah, that owns. I'm still going with the fucking Trump one.
All right, Zach, it's up to you.
shit.
Tiebreaker, baby.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like going with Angie is like, it's almost a little, it's not like strong enough. Like, it's not enough of a flex to just go with the song that's named after you by the Rolling Stones. That's a lot more like outright like grifting than actually having
Yeah.
like a small time choir write you the most cringe inducing song possible.
Government.
And be like, this is
Not
high
Are you
art.
serious?
This is
Or whatever
high
fucking-
art.
Yeah.
Trump goes on. We're
Like, yeah,
choosing
not-
the most cringe-inducing, right?
Not to make my case too much, but like Donald fucking Trump, like an alleged billionaire and definite pedophile, had what essentially is like a middle school play, like original, as his fucking campaign song at one point. Take of that of what you fucking will. All right.
Like the Angela Merkel one is clearly like the superior song. I forgot what's the bracket
no,
for.
because
Hang on,
like
what?
the Rolling Stones fucking suck. They have like 5 good songs in the world, and so would you
Yeah,
if you
but-
had 60
but they
albums.
still
Yeah,
get
they're like
played,
Beatles
and-
with hot sauce.
Yeah.
If you had 60 albums.
Yeah, no,
Okay,
it's
the Rolling
like
Stones.
fucking yeah.
The Rolling.
Sorry.
Okay, what's the point of the bracket again, Kelton? I'm getting lost in the sauce over here.
You're judging by your own individual metric of what you think is a better campaign song. Better either in your mind because
Okay,
it's
the
ridiculous,
Merkel song
because
is
it's
better.
cringy.
The Merkel song is better objectively.
Thank you.
Like Donald Trump is like the Donald Trump song is objectively a worse song, and also I cringe too hard.
All
at
right, well,
it.
apparently I'm the only fucking accelerationist here. Then, all right, whatever, fine.
I had to pump the brakes a little bit on this one.
All right, now next round we have the classic "Born in the USA" by Bruce Springsteen, as used by Ronald Reagan, Bob Dole, and Pat Buchanan.
How did
Because they just didn't get the idea of what the song was actually about. Going up against, and I really have to specify here, right in the middle of Kerry's Vietnam, the boat patrol controversy that was occurring with him, John Kerry chose "Fortunate Son" by Creedence Clearwater Revival.
Holy
to be
shit!
his new.
Okay. I'm gonna take the lead here on this one, guys. Fucking that one wins through sheer BDE. Like fucking, all these other senile Reaganite fucks like choosing "Born in the USA." Yeah, that's obvious. Fucking John Kerry knew exactly what imperialist flex he was pulling by choosing the fucking helicopter song as his goddamn fucking theme music. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yeah, Kerry really put his foot down and said, "My dick is enormous, so
Yeah.
I gotta give it to him."
God.
Well, all right then, Zach. I mean, you've been outvoted, but you have anything to say?
Oh no, I agree. I agree.
All right, that was fascinating because in the seeding order that I had, Born in the USA was the 2 seed and Carrie was the 7 seed. So I'm very happy.
I mean, yeah, Born in the USA is just so overplayed, and that's
That's
such
obvious,
a-
yeah.
And to us, like especially to our generation, that's such like a golden age of America. Born in the USA
Yeah.
comes on playing when they do like the newsreel thing. Like,
Yeah, which
the
again is
golden
the opposite
age
of what it's
America.
about. Yeah.
Yeah, it just reminds me of my dad.
It's dad
nothing
it's dad
special.
music, yeah.
Reminds me of my dad. It makes me angry.
My
It reminds me
walls
of my
can't
dad.
take it
My,
anymore.
yeah,
This poor
my
drywall.
drywall is weeping.
All right, last one of this round that we got here. George H.W. Bush in 1988 choosing "This Land Is Your Land" by Woody
That's so
Guthrie
cringy.
against, in 2002, Saddam Hussein chose "I Will Always Love You" by Whitney
Okay,
Houston.
no, Saddam wins.
Yeah.
Saddam fucking
Yeah,
clear the
also
rest of the
Saddam.
That
bracket.
is
Saddam wins.
amazing.
Much like how he won against HW's fucking idiot son, Saddam wins in this case too.
Next, you're gonna fucking tell me Bashar al-Assad's campaign theme was "Give Me the Night" by George Minsky.
So much like the 2002 Iraqi election, Saddam wins with 100% of the vote. All right, so the next round here, we have Angela Merkel versus John Kerry. So we have Angie versus Fortunate Son.
See, posing these two
Fortunate
now
son.
in this next, posing these two now in this next like bracket, like they bear. It draws the Fortunate Son thing even more into focus as autobiographical, you know? Like Angela Merkel. I mean, maybe Angela Merkel pretty soon here will lose the chancellorship or whatever, fucking however Germany works, by fucking Mick Jagger. Who knows? But in the meantime, we all know John Kerry killed a lot of kids in Vietnam, allegedly. So yeah, that's the tune.
All right, so Bo is going with John Kerry. Child Killer Kerry is what they called him.
Yeah, I gotta say I agree. Angela Merkel's just feels so like milk toast and doesn't really have the same. It doesn't make me laugh as hard as John Kerry's does. It's pretty much it. So we're gonna give this round to Kerry as well.
Yeah, Carrie.
All right, Zach?
Merkel was just like she was just milk toast enough to appeal to centrists. And so that's why she won the first time. But when pushed to her limits, really, there's nothing beneath the facade. So
It's an apt description both of her song and her politics.
Yeah.
So now we have on the other side in the semifinal we have Saddam Hussein's "I Will Always Love You" versus Ross Perot's "Crazy" by Patsy Cline.
Oh, this is a good
This
round.
is like when you revisit an earlier area in a fucking Pokemon game or something, and you're just wrecking shit with like a Charizard against some idiot kid who's like, "Go Rattata!" and you just ruin his life. I think we all know who wins here, folks.
Yeah, Saddam is just fucking killing it. That's like the most epic
Yeah.
campaign song choice of all
God
time.
damn.
All right, so unfortunately, Ross Perot got kicked out by yet another authoritarian strongman, really drawing some comparisons to his 1992 campaign. So, in our finals, we have "I Will Always Love You," Saddam Hussein 2002, versus "Fortunate Son" by John Kerry
See,
in
now
2004.
we're in the fucking danger zone here. Yeah.
Now, Saddam Hussein was the 1 seed coming into this. Really, repped it out the whole regular season, put in the work, the grind. Kerry, though, has been on a Cinderella run, beating out the 2 seed Born in the USA and the 3 seed Angie with Angela
We
Merkel.
gotta do a whole fucking separate, like, side podcast. Like, not even us, but we've gotta have people, like, analyzing the fucking bracket as it moves on. Like, step by step by step. Fucking, like, some bad sports one or something. Anyway. Shit. I don't know, y'all.
I feel like I want to give it to Saddam Hussein. I really do. It's so strong. Like, Fortunate Son is a mind-bending choice.
Like,
but
yeah, that's full mask
I will
off
always
evil
love
bullshit.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I Will Always Love You is just like, that's such a powerful choice. I love that.
Yeah. You know what? I'm going. Yeah, Saddam is actually the wokest of kings by subverting fucking macho, toxically masculine expectations by going with a goddamn love song as his fucking campaign. Like,
I mean,
think about
yeah,
that.
Angie tried to channel the energy that Saddam just contained inside of. Is that orb that Trump touched? Is that what that was? Or is that something else?
That's right.
I don't know. Orb,
The Soul Stone.
orb energies, soul stones, whatever. Yeah,
The
yeah.
Behelit, I'm pretty sure, is what it's called.
Jesus.
Shout
Fortunate
out to all
Son
you
is,
anime fans.
just Fortunate Son is just the same like level of cringe as Donald Trump when compared to this because
Just
it's
with better
like,
production, yeah.
Yeah, it's just trying
Yeah.
to like grab a hold of those people that are like, oh yeah, those politicians with their silver spoons and their silk shirts and
Kimonos.
ties and
Silk kimonos.
and the seppuku. God, don't get me started on the seppuku.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Saddam Hussein, once again, sweeping. Just an absolute wrecking ball.
Hell yes. Good for him.
The man cannot be stopped.
He's earned it, honestly.
Well, thank you so much for coming on the podcast, JP. We definitely appreciate it.
Absolutely. It was such a thrill to be on here. Your pod is so great.
Aw.
Anytime you guys want to have me on, let me know.
Of course. The next time Saddam Hussein needs to get taken down.
We didn't manage to do that
We
at all.
hey,
We really elevated Saddam Hussein.
I'm
on
gonna
this
say,
episode, I think.
just as an official stance of the pod, we stand a king.
We stand a woke
We stand
king.
this woke
That's
king.
right.
All right. Glad we can come to that conclusion on Saddam Hussein for all our FBI listeners.
Yeah, JP, feel free to hop into our voice chat whenever we're streaming, or to message me to let me know what your streaming schedule is, so that we can, not step on each other's toes. That's what we like to call mutual
absolutely.
aid.
Yeah, that's a little Kropotkin. That's little farms, fields, and factories
Hell yeah.
right there.
Hell yeah.
Farms, fields, and Victoria.
Nice.
Just right there.
Farms, fields, and Mario Maker.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Where can people find you? What else happening on the podcast? What's brewing?
I'm on Twitter at Facebook Villain. My podcast, Beep Beep Lettuce, if you haven't already heard it, is on Twitter at Beep Beep Leaf. We have a Discord. We have a bunch of stuff cooking up. We're always trying to get guests on. We have regular episodes out every Wednesday, and then at some point on the weekend, it's not always the same time, we release a bonus episode for our Patreon subscribers. I try to stream every Tuesday and Friday, but I'm not good at keeping to my streaming schedule at twitch.tv/beepbeeplettucepod.
I was in one earlier this evening. Can confirm. Good fucking streams. If y'all think the Mario Maker aspect of it is good, just wait till the fucking Bloons Tower Defense comes out, because goddamn, I had never seen a second of that game before. But like, just good strats. Good strats is all I'm gonna say.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm really into the Bloons Tower Defense Battles YouTube scene
It's like
right
such
now.
a
I might
cool
start
fucking
being a YouTuber.
intricate, like, and just going off of somebody who hasn't played Bloons since like fucking the first Flash game, I was like, okay,
Yeah.
this might be neat. It's pretty fucking in depth. I dig it.
It's very involved. There's a lot going on. You have to get to know, like, when all the rounds come up, how much economy you're supposed to have, all of the different strengths and weaknesses of the
Fuck
towers,
yes.
and like, I'm still learning a lot about it. I would say I'm like an advanced intermediate player still.
Fuck. I gotta. All right, time to fucking look up some Bloons YouTube videos.
Yeah, we're gonna get a Bloons Tower Defense like leftist gang
Yes.
going. If any other fucking leftists play Bloons Tower Defense, let me know. We'll pool our medallions and we'll start a clan and we'll just call it like full communism or
Yes.
something.
Hell yeah.
Beautiful.
That sounds good. So definitely find JP there. Hit up Beep Beep Lettuce, Beep Beep Leaf. Annoy him, pester him on Twitch. It's the best
Yeah, do it
possible
all.
thing.
It's the best shit.
Then real quick before we forget, shout out to our patrons, especially Scott for contributing once again to our dialectical tier, and Lauren and Allie. You guys are great. For our 2008 living wage tier, Stickers, we are in the redesign process. You know, we're hard at work, just grinding away, putting those hours in on some slightly less obscene photoshops. So once we get that rolling, then
Yeah, it turns out FedEx
we'll
doesn't
make
send
things work.
hentai. Sorry, my bad.
Well, I mean, like, I wanted to create some bumper stickers that said "John Bitch Society," but you know, doesn't quite work.
Well, see,
that
my
way.
idea was a
And-
synthesis of the fucking honk if you're horny and something to actually make you very horny. But you know, it never came to fruition.
Well, I mean, oh well. We promise that we will get to y'all eventually. We are rapidly approaching on being a full month behind, so we appreciate your patience on that. And I guess now's probably a good time to mention our Twitch stream. It happens Fridays at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. So follow, of course, JP on Twitch first, then come over and see what we're up to.
Yeah, if you're just feeling twitchy,
we'll
all
probably,
evening.
yeah, we'll probably actually be up and running by then.
Probably,
you know,
if I'm not
eventually.
sleeping through the fucking starting time again.
Yeah.
Listen, man, I had
And,
eaten like a whole fucking pizza. It was time to take a nap.
It's a beautiful conundrum that we always find ourselves in on Friday nights. And then last little bit of bookkeeping that we got going on. I swear to God, me and Zach, we had actually figured out what we wanted the sports show format to be, and then we realized that it was just the Southpaws podcast, basically, and their YouTube live sports show. So we're gonna have to go right on back into the lab.
Or just compete with them directly. You know, the free market
That's right,
really
that's
provides
right.
us with the best content. So
Yeah, you know, it'll be great. That's our goal, is to become friends with everyone who is adjacent to Means TV, just so that way then, you know, we can be on the outside looking in constantly. But we'll build that up as our brand, I guess. Right?
Yeah, definitely build up the kid that only gets invited to play Halo 2 once in middle school brand. Not speaking from personal experience, I should say.
Yeah, you guys got to be a little nicer.
I was the
to
kid
yourself,
playing
like
Halo
me.
2 several times, for the record.
Yeah. Anything else left to say, guys?
I thought that was the bit we were going to do.
That's beautiful harmony.
To beautiful harmony, and then we all toast and.
Oh, cheers.
All right. Deuces. Thanks for listening to another episode of Psychic Dolphin Garage. Check out our link tree in the show notes so you can join our Discord, watch us on Twitch, and find our podcast on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, or pretty much wherever you get your podcasts. Word of mouth is still the best way for us to bring this weird leftist show to as many people as we possibly can. So if you like the episode, please share it with someone. Anyone. Just one other person at your school or office or parole hearing who you think might like what we do. We trust your judgment. Go ahead and also follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Dolphin Garage. Our music is provided by Amoeba Crew. Find them on Twitter at Amoeba Crew. You can find the link to their YouTube page in our episode description.